Hello everybody and welcome to another guide in Terraria. Today I'm going to do one that a few people requested, which is showing you how to get all the NPCs, which are all these guys here. They're not that hard to get, but you might have to spend like a little time in the game progressing through different parts until you can actually get the items needed for some of the characters. Alright, so starting from a new world with the same character, I'm going to begin with the basics. Every NPC needs their own house or their own room, and for it to be classed as a room, it needs to have a table, a chair, a door, and a light source. So I'm going to get a few materials together here to make my house. I'm going to make it out of wood and flatten out the land and stuff like that. So I'll get back to you in a minute when I've started or finished the house. Alright, so here is a typical house. It's got a light source, the chair, the table, and the workbench, and you need walls. I forgot to mention that. You need walls on the back. Yeah, here you can see that the guy that everyone loves to hate, the guide, has made himself at home, and he does that for anyone. Every first house that you make, he will automatically make that his home. So here's just a typical house, and you'll need to make one of these for every NPC, but some NPCs require a few different things, so I'll show you one now. Okay, so the first NPC other than the guide that you are likely to encounter is the merchant, and for that you need 50 silver. The silver needs to be in the money slot in your inventory. It can't be in a chest, it has to be on you in the money slot. And again, you need to make him a house. The houses can be separate or they can be all part like on one building, but they need to be separate rooms. And what I like to do is just make a house on top of the other one and make it easy to get to. They'll find their way up there. At first it might look like they won't be able to get up there, you know, they're wandering around aimlessly, but once you've been down a dungeon or down in a cave or something like that and you come back, they'll some like teleport up there somehow. I don't know, but they will end up in the room. Here are the things that he sells. They'll stay the same, and when you sell things to him, they don't become like buyable again. They don't come in his inventory, and unless they plan on updating it, this is all that he's gonna have. The mining helmet is definitely worth buying. It's 8 gold, and it really helps in caves when you're at a lower level without the glowing armor effect on your armor. The shurikens there are also very helpful against bosses. Alright, for the nurse you need to get at least 1 heart over your starting health. And to do that you need to find these heart crystals, the health crystals, and you just break that with your hammer and then use it from your inventory. And again, you need a room for the nurse, so you can do it in any order. You can get one of these, then make a room and she'll move in, or you can make a room and then get one of these and she'll move in anyway. So that one's an easier one because you can find these pretty much everywhere in caves. And here you can see that the nurse has arrived and she's made herself at home in the other house that I made over here. And that's about it for the nurse. She's quite easy to get. All she does is heal you to full health, which is at a cost obviously. And that cost will vary on how much health you have and how much you need healing as well. Next is the demolitionist, and to get him you need to obtain a bomb, so a bomb or dynamite, and to do that the best way of going about it is just going into caves, smashing pots and finding bombs, because they are quite common. In that first clip I actually got a bomb straight away, but then I smashed these 3 pots and only got money, I think, and health potions. So that kind of gives you an idea of what you have to do. Just run around looking for pots, and then you don't have to use the bomb, you just need to find it for him to turn up. Here, after a long wait, my demolitionist arrives. There are a few bugs known for the demolitionist turning up to your house because he can take a while and you might even need to drop your bombs, throw a bomb and then like put it back in your inventory to get him to turn up. From him you can buy grenades, bombs and dynamite. All that good stuff, you know, the stuff that goes boom. Now you can do either the arms dealer or the dryad. It doesn't matter what one you do first, but by doing one it'll help you get the other, whatever way around you do it. First I'm going to be doing the dryad, and to do that you need to summon a boss, and I'm going to be summoning the Eye of Cthulhu. To do that you just need 10 lenses, and to get them you just kill the eyes that are floating around at night. They don't drop a lens every single time you kill them though, so you gotta keep trying. Once you have the 10 lenses, you've got to find one of these demon altars, and they can be found anywhere in the world or mostly around the corruption. And all you do is you craft a suspicious looking eye there, and then you use that to summon the Eye of Cthulhu at night. Now, although he is the easiest boss, it can be quite hard for lower level players. I would just say that you need to have plenty of potions, and if you are one of those lower level players, I mean, I beat him for the first time in silver armor, and to kill him I just used my shurikens and spammed it. You just aim up and spam it as fast as you can and you should down him pretty quickly. I killed him pretty fast with my gear, but that was just so that the guide could be done quite quick, and as soon as you killed him, the dryad should turn up pretty soon. Again, you just need to make sure that you've got a house for her and she'll just make herself at home. So here she is moving into one of my buildings, and from the shop she sells like grass seeds, the sunflowers, and that dirt rod, which is pretty much useless. But the purification powder you can use to get through to the shadow orbs in the corruption, which will be helpful for the next step to get the arms dealer. So to get a gun you need the arms dealer, but to get the arms dealer you need a gun, so you need another way of doing it. You can find guns in chests, but that is very rare. The handgun is the one that you find in the chest. The more popular way of getting it is by destroying shadow orbs, which you can get to with the dynamite or with the purification powder, and you destroy that and most of the time it drops a gun. There you can see it dropped a flintlock for me. It can drop a flintlock rifle or the pistol, and I got the rifle there. That's pretty much it for the arms dealer. It's pretty straightforward, but you do need to do either the dryad or the demolitionist to get to the shadow orbs to be able to get the guns. From the shop you can get the flintlock pistol and a mini shark, which if you combine both of them with some meteorite bars and fallen stars, then you can make the space gun and that cannon. Both them guns are fucking badass because one of them uses fallen stars as ammo and it absolutely obliterates everything. The final one is the old man, who can be found stood outside the dungeon on your map, and he is not friendly. If you're new and you don't know who it is, I'm going to let you find it out on your own, but I can assure you but by this sound, yeah, it's not going to be pretty. That's the end of this one. I hope that it helped the people who asked for it, or anyone else who was looking for a guide like that. If you like these type of guides, then subscribe and thumb up the video, and leave a comment for any other guides that you might want to see in the future. And apart from that, I'll see you later.